border, it's the type of place usually immune to big city crime, a town where people know their neighbors. But with hundreds of miles of wilderness surrounding the area, the various law enforcement agencies who patrol it often never cross paths. However, that would change when a stranger came into Glasgow.
Glasgow is a small town.
I grew up here in Glasgow. Pretty close-knit group of people. Everybody really looks out for each other there.
Because of that all-for-one mindset, when a report of a shooting came over police radios on January 17th, it was all hands on deck for 8 brave top cops.
911 emergency.
There are gunshots by the ambulance barn at the hospital. Melissa Greenhagen is down. My wife is hit, and I am dead. Okay, I'll send over right now.
3 people were wounded. Cops from 5 different jurisdictions quickly converged on the hospital, each taking a post, each with a job to do, each determined to protect this community.
When I first arrived here, I grabbed my rifle out of my car and I could see our suspect out there. He had already taken a few shots. I tried to give him directions to put down his weapon and he responded with gunfire. I rounded the corner back by the emergency room sign. I saw a woman laying by a white pickup here.
Melissa Greenhagen's body was still laying in the ambulance barn. It was a very big motivator for me that night to see her laying there. I heard the shots and knew it was a 22. I went a 22. And I knew it was semi-auto because it was repeating. And I could see his accuracy and knew it was scope.
Now the suspect had several of the cops in his sights.
There was a lot going on in my head as this was happening. The biggest thought was, this is Glasgow. This stuff doesn't happen here. It kind of made me angry that somebody would do this.
We were taking fire rounds. We're skipping off approximately 4 feet. I sprinted up the hill with my rifle. Don't even remember chambering around. At that time, he was firing upon Officer Weber. My training kicked in, and I delivered a shot.
That shot not only got the shooter away from Officer Weber, but put him on the run. The hunter was now the hunted, fleeing for his life into the cold wilderness. Authorities shut down the roads and basically all of Glasgow. The race was on, not just to find the man, but to do so before the rapidly approaching nightfall. With unbelievable coordination, these brave officers, who've never met each other before, partnered up. 2-legged and 4-legged manhunters picked up the chase.
I wondered why they were calling for the canine, because usually I'm called for narcotics, not for what was happening here.
Snow's deep, it's cold, dark, pretty much like a bad movie.
I fall onto the middle of the Milk River, and it's frozen over, and as I'm standing on the Milk River, I realize that there's no cover. It's wide open, and if the suspect's on the other side of the riverbank, I'm an open target. I've got a flashlight, he can see where I'm at. Knowing that he shot 3 people, it's a little disturbing.
Meanwhile, the search went on. Although these top cops were cold and exhausted, they refused to slow down, and their hard work was beginning to pay off.
Jim Edmonds, we had his footprints on the ground and a little bit of blood here and there. But when we made our way down that driveway, it was made your skin crawl. You just knew he was real close.
I started walking up the riverbank, and I got on one of the deer trails. Something just told me to stop and scan. I actually scanned past where the subject was standing. Something told me, you just saw something, and I remember seeing a set of blue jeans. I yelled out at the suspect to show me his hands.
Show me your hands! Show me your hands! It seems like I can hear in his voice that he's encountered what I believe is a suspect. We flood the area with light.
I hear Bill say, "Knife, knife, got a knife!" He starts running towards us, and at that time, with my shotgun up, I remember thinking, shoot, why isn't anybody shooting?
It was Lisa Canine, and that's when holy hell broke loose. So Phil started yelling at the individual.
I'm deciding, do I shoot?
I'm yelling too as well, saying, but what he said, and he's taking the lead through the snow. I mean, he's not just running, he's pounding through the snow at McKenna.
It was almost simultaneous. As soon as I shot, Alex shot.
When I shot one round of, the first shot was buckshot, hit him in the chest. McKee and I went in, handcuffed him. When we rolled him over, he took his last exhale.
He gurgled his last little breath. That's all he wrote.
The gunman was later identified as Roger Sellers, a recluse from Utah. For some unknown reason, he had opened fire at the hospital, killing Melissa Greenhagen and wounding 2 others. Who knows how many more if it had not been for the coordinated efforts of some very